Vishnu. I handle data and research at SportsTechX. Rohan couldn't be with us here today, so I'll be taking over. It's my first time. I might make a lot of mistakes. I'm sorry. Please bear with me, and I apologize in advance. Okay? A lot of news to get to, so let's get to it. So we have the top deals to discuss first. Buzzer has raised 20 million. So Buzzer is basically a streaming platform. And interestingly, in this whole article, what I really liked is the investors that they have lined up for this round. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, and Patrick Mahomes. Oh, that's a solid lineup of investors. Hopefully, this network can get them to where they want to be. Second, we have Profit Exchange. So Profit Exchange is a betting platform based in New Jersey. Um, again, they raised 10 million, and what I understand from this article is that they want to expand into new sports. So they want to get into soccer, tennis, golf, UFC, and this funding is a push to help them achieve this. At third, we have TicketRev. Ticketing has just exploded as a subsector in sports because fans are going back to watching their favorite sports. Fans are being more engaged at stadiums with their clubs. So they have raised 1.1 million in pre-seed round. And yeah, again, this has come at a very good time considering the fact that ticket the broadcasting and ticketing is only reaching higher levels. Hopefully, this is able to get them to places. Staying on this topic, our next story is SeatGeek. So SeatGeek has filed for an IPO. There you go. Another sports tech company filing for an IPO is always good news. Yeah, and this is very interesting because they claim with this IPO, they can reach a revenue of over $500 million this year. I mean, I'm not sure if they're trying to hype it up for investors to, you know, buy. But yeah, if they can surpass this, I mean, if they can reach this, they can. It's insane. Not only that, their goal here is to be on the top of the market here. They want to be ahead of the competition. So this is with this capital, it'll be a huge push. They can do a lot of things, a lot of money. I mean, up until now, they raised around 238 million from private investors. And yeah, like I said, like the whole ticketing and ticket and merchandising. This sector is just exploding, and it's only going to get better for a lot of these companies. Okay, our next news is from the UFC. So UFC, along with COSM, sorry, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, so I'm just saying COSM, have partnered up to create immersive experience venues to show their games. So what this means is that if you can see this picture here in this article, right? This is what the venue is going to look like, or hope to look like. So basically, COSM is a technology company. They're ones who'll be creating these LED dome displays, CX system softwares, and yeah, the whole idea is to deliver an arena-like atmosphere for fans globally, and that is a very good idea if you ask me, because UFC is pretty big all around the world. A lot of fans cannot travel only to the US, but now UFC is also going to different countries. That's a different thing. But this is another fan engagement, a really good fan engagement platform, where and as well as like a revenue opportunity for UFC. So hopefully this is this works out really well. And yeah, the first venue is set to open 2024. I'll see you guys there. Okay, moving on. Red Bull, again making big news in sports, is opening has already opened their biggest esports venue in Denmark. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah. So Red Bull is opening the biggest esports venue in Denmark. What this means is that it's the fourth venue actually, but this will be the biggest. Um, this will serve as their esports hub in Denmark. Very good news for people who live in gamers who live in Europe or in Denmark. You should definitely go visit. Probably like drop a comment saying how you liked it, what you experienced. Um, so what will this feature? This will feature 160 PC gaming stations, a huge esports arena, a streaming room for content creators, a console, a boot camp room, and a restaurant. Okay, and moreover, they are hoping to host 30 annual events, including parties, game releases, signing sessions. Also, they claim that they're going to bring in Red Bull pro teams from other sports, and fans can have a chance to interact with these with their athletes, with their fans. I guess, yeah, very interesting. Yeah. So our top story for this week is actually a clubbed story of different companies and big tech companies making an impact for women in sports. Yeah, there you go. So this week there has been a lot of there's been an increased tech focus in for women in sports. Yeah, we have Cisco and FIFA gearing up for the World Cup happening 20th of July. You guys should definitely go and watch it or like stream it. Um, so what this means is that Cisco is basically going to take care of the whole technological infrastructure in the stadium. Nothing too special. Nothing too special. Just like the basics of making sure that there's a good flow of network, um, connectivity is good, uh, fans are able to engage in their whole tech aspect in the stadium. What I found really interesting in the article, though, is that Cisco is also going to acquire sponsorship rights for this competition. So they're not going to be partners, partners, but they're also going to acquire sponsorship rights and be one of the sponsors for this event or for this tournament. That is amazing. Okay, and okay, my favorite story for the second news is my favorite story for this week. Um, KINEXON partners up with AWS to create tech focused on women. So what this means is that KINEXON, again, making news from the World Cup, they were involved in making the sensors for the ball. They teamed up with AWS to basically create more tech around women, uh, more tech for women, if I must say. Um, so what this means is that um, idea here is that basically men and women are built differently, physically and mentally. So there must be different tech targeting different genders, in this case, men and women. So, and that makes a lot of sense because we are very different. Men and women are very different. So, it's a very good initiative. So basically, I think with AWS's whole data deployment and KINEXON's tech focus, they're gonna make a huge impact. If you want to read more about this article, they mention here about like what exactly the role of KINEXON will be, what the role of AWS will be, and yeah, these are the advantages of what of player tracking. That's what they're hoping for. Yeah, very very interesting stuff. Moving on. So our top story for this week in this category, our last story, if I must say, is the LPGA and Legends partner up to drive fan engagement and growth. So LPGA, Ladies Professional Golf Association, have partnered with the services agency to drive. They call Legends to drive fan engagement and growth for the tour. So basically, anything to do with merchandising, anything to do with getting fans more engaged, or like attracting more fans to come and watch the event. That's what the whole focus is going to be. And they've listed like a contract here. You guys can access this and have a look at what this is all about. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's our stories for this week. Hopefully, I was able to do a decent job. Um, be sure to download our GST VCR report, VC report covering our investor ecosystem in sports tech. This happened last year. And please subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel. Um, go and like, subscribe, and go to Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. Um, we want to make more like we want to make more videos for you. We want to cover more like interesting news. So hopefully, um, yeah. Sorry, it's really hot. I'm also kind of nervous. It's very hot here. It's like almost 30 degrees. But thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully, if you have any doubts or have any more things to add, you can comment. And please like our channel. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.